Today I'm going to talk about The Whispers, a novel by Canadian author Ashley Audrain. It's ironic that I read this book so close to Mother's Day here in Canada. But make no mistake, this book in no way glorifies motherhood. In fact, it's quite the opposite. There might be some truths in this book, but there's also graphic scenes of child abuse, pregnancy miscarriage, and infidelity. The Whispers is set on suburban, well-to-do Harlow Street. It could be in any city, and focuses on 4 women. Emergency room doctor Rebecca, who desperately wants a child, but has had many failed pregnancies. Stay-at-home mum Blair, who on the surface appears to be contented and a super mum. Professional businesswoman Whitney, who tries to portray that everything in her life is perfect. And elderly Mara, an immigrant from Portugal, who knows more about life and more about the social life on the street than she lets on. The book carries us through several days in which Whitney's eldest child is lying unresponsive in hospital after apparently falling from an upper floor window. This forces each woman to reevaluate their lives, their marriages, their decisions, their friendships, their values, and even the role they might or might not have played in the child's accident. I really like the premise behind this book, even though for me it was a little sad and dark. I think most 40-something-year-old women do evaluate their lives and the decisions they made regarding relationships and family and careers. And there's often a huge struggle to find a balance emotionally, intellectually, and physically between careers and child raising. And I think we all have secrets to some extent about who we are versus how we present to the world, and the fears and loneliness that might not show on the surface. And I do think there's some underlying competition amongst friends and maybe some judgment for the hard decisions that have to be made. And that's where the word whispers comes in. It's that little nagging sense or whisper amongst friends or to ourselves that something might not be right in the neighborhood or with ourselves. So there's a lot to unpack in this book. I imagine we could look at our circle of friends and acquaintances and at ourselves and nod our heads more than once, but hopefully the issues aren't to the extent portrayed in this story. This book is a fast read, but be prepared that if you dive in, it's not light, and you might not like any of the characters that much. Ashley Audrain's first novel was The Push, and people who liked The Whispers also spoke highly of The Push. The Whispers by Ashley Audrain.